welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show YouTube for episode 43 of our Madden 22 Philadelphia Eagles franchise mode. Last episode, Jalen Hurts became public enemy #1 in Philadelphia. If you guys haven't seen that episode, check that episode out before you watch this episode. Patty Mahomes takes home the league MVP because of course he does. Miles Sanders comes in 8th place. What a good Miles Sanders. Deuce Staley, 14-3, gets head coach of the year. You love that for him. Offensive player of the year. Sanders gets up there at 4th. Sweat, Cox, Hargrave are up there for Philadelphia. Offensive rookie of the year. Jameson Williams ends up in 4th place. Defensive rookie of the year. Catalan ends up in 5th place. Let it go, Jalen Catalan. Best QB, Jalen Hurts gets 2nd place. Okay. Running back, Sanders gets 3rd place. I like to attest that one. That is not true. Sanders is by far the best running back in the league. No top Eagles receiver. Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks, Jordan Mailata are all up there for best O-line. Best D-line, Sweat and Cox are up there. You love that. I mean, they got gypped on best defensive player, so it's good that they get recognized for best D-line. No linebackers. Defensive backs, maybe we get no one. Oh, right, I thought maybe Steven Nelson or Big Play Slay, maybe. Elliott ends up at 9 for best kicker. Offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year. Rookie there goes to Garrett Wilson. Sauce Gardner ends up with defensive rookie. Best QB is going to be Patty Mahomes. Running back goes to Chubb. Melko Hardman is best receiver. Quentin Nelson's going to be your best O-line. DeForest Buckner, the best D-line. Linebacker goes to Harold Landry. Xavier Howard, you're going to be your best defensive back. Evan McPherson, your best kicker in the AFC. Hurts ended with 33, 27, and 12. Spencer Rattler, 407, 3-3. Sanders, 1,900, couple touchdowns right there. Receiving-wise, 11, 1,000 for Goddard. I mean, spread the ball around. No receiving yards for Jalen Reagor. 8 sacks led the team by Lane Johnson. Kyle Long, 13 games. No sacks. I'd like to see that. Catalan led the team with 81 tackles. 29 tackles for loss from Josh Sweat. 20.5 sacks from Fletcher Cox. He had himself a great season. 19.5 from Josh Sweat. 3 interceptions from Catalan. 2 from Kavan. 2 from Slay. 2 from Nelson. Elliott went 17 of 20 from field goals and 44 of 48 from extra points. 1,300 punt yards on 27 attempts for J.K. Scott. 730 return yards on kicks for Quez Watkins. And a $127 for return yards on punts for Jameson Williams. 44 touchdowns led the league. 23 receptions led the league. Miles Sanders led the league in yards. Ziga led the league in touchdowns. Melko Hardman had himself a pretty good year right there. Darian Kennard, 22 sacks. Jeez, what a turnstile. $145 led the league in tackles. Sweat and Cox, of course, don't make it because, well, they didn't have enough tackles, and neither will any of the corners that we've had. Cade York had the worst field goal percentage. Well, here we go, looking at Butker went 71 for 71. You love to see that. They let Jack Fox up there. Kadarius Toney led the league in return yards. All right, didn't think it was that fast, but good for him. And Jameson Williams led the league in punt returns, just not punt return yards. I mean, there's a pretty big difference between 2nd and 1st place. All right, congratulations, Deuce Staley. Got himself a 3-year contract extension, which is pretty nice when you break that down. So we'll be sticking around in Philadelphia for a couple more years, which is weird because we got a contract extension last year, I think, and we got back-to-back contract extensions. Now, take a look at staff moves right here. I mean, you see some people are on the move. A lot of people are on the move right now. I mean, Ron Rivera fired by the head coach, fired from the Raiders. Retirees, Thomas Morstead, Mitchell Schwartz, Brandon Brooks, a surprise retiree right there for Philadelphia. I mean, I guess it makes sense. He was injured a lot. Tom Brady calls it a career in 2022, a year after he calls it a career in real life. Kaepernick, Malcolm Jenkins, Brandon Hoyer, Colt McCoy, Josh Gordon, Josh Norman, Mark Ingram. A lot of people are calling career. Head coach Pete Carroll also retires. It's a shame right there. Head coach Pete Carroll. I mean, just a big list of names right there. But with the a surprise retiree of Brandon Brooks, we're going to be forced to kind of toss a contract to Isaac Seumalo. You know, either be the starter or just a backup for next year as one of our own signees. Now, taking a look at who is available on free agency right now, maybe look for offensive line would probably be the best bet right now. Maybe some depth at safety, or look at other positions for some depth, really. I don't think we're going to go out here be signing anyone to be starters, because you got to think, maybe outside that right guard position, there's plenty of capable talent we have across the board, especially when it comes to like linebacking, safety, defensive line. But Rodney Hudson, going to give the big fellow right here a 1-year deal. He'll kind of be a stopgap guard right there. And Greedy Williams, upgrade that, that cornerback core. Had an interception against the Eagles in the Super Bowl, so of course we're going to try and bring him in. Taylor Rapp, normal dev, 25-year-old safety, backup, a depth safety right there. Could put him in between Kavon and Jalen. Now, Ronnie Hudson accepts his offer. Taylor Rapp also accepts his offer right there. You'll love to see that. So, 2 big pieces right there. And Greedy Williams also going to accept his offer right there, which is, when we get around to actually clicking on it, it's gonna be great. But there you go, Greedy Williams, 25 years old, star dev, plenty of room to develop right there in Philadelphia. Now, taking a look at players where they signed. I mean, we tried to do this last season, which kind of annoyed me because I realized after I'd already passed it that I forgot to look at where people signed. But I'm going to go through this. Feel free to pause it and see where everyone goes. Steven Nelson signs elsewhere. Former Eagle right there, Sidney Jones. Isaiah Oliver. Sony Michel. Rasul Douglas. I'm pretty sure Rasul Douglas went to the Cowboys. Okay. Can't wait to tear him up. That's going to be a fun matchup right there. Any other big names right now? I mean, N'Keal Harry. We're getting towards the bottom, though. Bo Allen. No, that's not Bo Allen. That's a center. Terrell Basham goes to the Rams. But DJ Ukulele goes to the Dolphins, replacing Tula Tagovailoa, which is a, okay, it's a good, I guess it's a okay move. Not sure exactly what their game plan there is. Advance to the next pick, and, excuse me, hello? Bryce Young to Jacksonville? They have Trevor. Why would they draft Bryce Young? Excuse me, that is by far one of the most baffling trades I've seen. But Philadelphia going to trade Jalen Hurts to the 3rd for the 4th overall draft pick. That's going to be Houston's pick right there. So, I mean, Jalen Hurts cannot play another game here in Philadelphia. I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts' time is done. But with that pick, the Eagles are going to draft Peter Skorinski, the offensive tackle right here out of Northwestern. 21-year-old, 300-pound, 6'4", might kick inside to guard. But, yeah. Brian Breezy goes out of Clemson, goes to the Giants. That's another player we're looking at maybe drafting. Anthony Richardson goes to the Broncos. They're getting their franchise QB. Boutte goes to the Dolphins along with DJ. Marvin Mims goes to the Bears. Okay, I'm pretty sure the Bears have quarterback problems, but alright. Miles Murphy goes to the Bucks. Malichi Moore goes to the Colts. I'll accept it. Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa goes to the Patriots. We have Harvey going to the Panthers. Gervin Dexter is going to go to the Falcons. We have Michael Mayer, the tight end, going to go to Washington Commanders. Okay. All right. The Bengals are on the clock next. Let's see how the Bengals bangle this one up. I mean, they got Joe Burrow. They got Jamar Chase. What can possibly the Bengals do to mess up this draft? Let me guess. They're going to draft a quarterback, probably. Bengals are going to draft a QB. If they draft a QB, that would be absolutely hilarious, because that would be the most Bengals thing possible for them to actually do. Like, in all seriousness, the Bengals drafting a QB right now would be hilarious. Offensive line, probably going to be their best bet at what to draft, and they go corner. Ringo the corner. Redmond to the Ravens. I mean, I guess the Eagles did draft Skoronski off the board, so that kind of maybe throws a loop into what they wanted, so they're forced to go with backup plan. You know, Justin Abjobe out of Alabama goes to the Cowboys. Clark Phillips going to go to the Chargers. Brian Robinson, the running back, going to go to the Bills. Conley, the safety, going to go to the Detroit Lions. The Jets are going to pick up someone. Oh, Tim Smith. They have back-to-back picks. Nolan Smith. So Tim Smith goes to the Lions. Nolan Smith goes to the Jets. Drew Sanders, the linebacker, goes to Green Bay. They're not getting offense, of course. Jalari goes to the Saints. Matthew Jones, the guard, goes to the Vikings. All right, Paris Johnson Jr., the tackle, goes to the Titans. We have Deuce Vaughn, the halfback, going to go to the Kansas City Chiefs. Up next, we have Funa, Mason Funa, the linebacker, going to go to the Steelers. Lathan Ransom, the safety, going to go to the Cardinals. Eagles, with their pick at 31st overall draft, Noah Sewell, brother of Penei Sewell right there, and a hidden dev at best right there, 6'3", 20 years old. I mean, definitely going to be the guy. Ethan White, going to be the second-round draft pick for the Philadelphia Eagles. Backup guard right there. Going to sit behind probably Rodney Hudson, while Skoronski probably sit as first year behind Lane Johnson as a backup swing tackle. But Ethan White, definitely a good pickup right there. Jacob Copeland, they have a mock to the Eagles as a top fit right here. Third-round draft pick, sitting at pick 13. He's a first, second-round talent. Only normal dead, 90 speed. He's 6 foot even. Desmond Evans, the outside linebacker. Probably more of like a pass rush kind. Maybe switch him to defensive end during his career. He's 6'6", 265. 81 speed. Maybe not a great cover linebacker. Maybe definitely like a rush linebacker. Frank Gore Jr. Gonna come at you here late in this draft. You'll love to see that. Pick 29. I believe this is like the 7th rounder picking up Frank Gore Jr. That backup running back spot with a hidden dev right there. 5'8", $195, 21 years old out of Southern Miss. And Master Teague also coming in the 7th round right here for Philadelphia. Teague, I mean, filling that fullback spot. You know, he's a big power back right there. That's what I like out of him. Now, taking a look at everyone who got drafted, you know, feel free to pause this to see where your teams get. I mean, I feel like overall Philadelphia did a fairly good job at picking up positions of need. They got offensive line, which had some holes in it. They addressed then the defense with Noah Sewell. So you put that, you know, you put that young linebacker and a young linebacking core between Davion Taylor. You put him between Taylor and you put him between Drake Jackson. And I think that's definitely a recipe for success right there, as, you know, just a young linebacker that's going to grow and develop. I think out of the three of those guys, Davion's more of the pass coverage guy. Drake Jackson's going to be your rush guy. And Noah Sewell's probably going to be your field general, your Ray Lewis type player, where he's probably not be the hit power of Ray Lewis, but definitely going to be the tackling of Ray Lewis. He's the big tackle guy. Now, that's kind of how I hope it turns out to be. I could be wrong. I'm usually wrong with these things. But that's what I hope it turns out to be. Take out the team, the on-paper team right now. I mean, offensive line looks real nice right now. Mulata, you know, just anchoring at the future of that defensive line. Nothing but star, the lowest for the starting defense right now. Nothing Greedy, Avante, and Big Play Slay. Special teams looking fine. J.K. Scott, Jake Elliott back there. Doing great. And specialists, I mean, things always change, but let me know what you guys think.